Hey, Thomas Tapp here, and last week we had a challenge for you. It was the 50 push-up challenge. I hope you checked that out. I know a lot of you tried it out. Some of you beasted it, some of you struggle with it a little bit. That's cool too. But if you haven't checked that out yet, test your strength, your stamina with your push-ups here. Click on that, take the challenge, and see how well you do. Now today, we're learning the double Kong. This has been requested a little while, and the double Kong looks like this. Oh yeah, but that's double Kong. As you saw, it's a more advanced move, so we want to learn your Kong first. If you haven't mastered your Kong vault first, or if you don't even know the words I'm saying with double Kong or dive Kong, all that, check out the Kong vault tutorial. It's one of the first moves that we're going to learn in parkour. Check that out, master it, and then come watch this video, and we're going to master the double Kong. All right, just like with every move in parkour, at least mine and Jonathan's philosophy is to keep it very safe, take baby gradual steps to master the moves like this, especially this one. It's more advanced, and we want to make this as easy as possible. So we can start off on the ground. Now, as you saw in the demo there, the double Kong is basically two movements here. You're performing your Kong vault into a dive Kong, and you're just performing those two movements there, your Kong vault and your dive Kong. That's why it's so important to master those movements. So make sure to check out the tutorial if you haven't mastered those movements yet, because all we're going to be doing is putting those two together. So we can start off on the ground, putting those two movements together, and you'll notice you're going to be hitting two shapes here. You're going to be starting off tucked. You're going to launch off with the arms, go into a hollow position. That's core tight, butt tight, hips up, arms straight. So you go tucked, hollow, and then you finish off with a tucked at the end to go into the landing. You'll also notice to perform this properly on the ground, it takes good upper body strength, also mobility and flexibility to be able to carry the hands or the feet through the hands like this, and core strength. So a few exercises you can work on to just help with this is one, just getting your handstand, getting comfortable, getting in that strength, hitting those alignment points of mastering your handstand. Also, doing donkey kicks. So you're going to your hands and kicking back. That's gonna help with getting the core strength, getting used to hitting with the hands, springing off, and that's a great exercise for that. Then the last one I wanna give you is just the carry through. It's gonna help with getting the flexibility with the core. You walk the feet through the hands. We talk about this one a lot, but that's a great one for getting flexibility and core strength for this move. Okay, so now back to the progression. We're going to hit those two shapes on the ground, so keep it safe, keep it simple. We're going to go into a tucked position. We're going to place our hands about 2 or 3 feet in front of us. And what we're going to do is launch using the arms to push back, going off the fingertips, launch our hips up and hit that hollow position at a nice angle, and try to reach out about as far as you would if you were to jump into your push-up position. Right there, that's the distance you want to cover for this on the ground here. So we're starting here, we're going to launch up, and then you'll notice you hit that hollow position and you're going to whip those feet back. So that's where that donkey kick comes into play, of going here, there, because you're doing pretty much that exact motion at the end of this double Kong. So show you again, and back. Because once you can master this technique, this coordination on a safe level like the ground here, it's gonna make it 10 times easier when you start moving up. All right, now once you have that motion down, you can kind of feel it on the ground, then we can start moving it up. And I'd recommend going to a table like this where you don't have to clear a gap, of course. You have a nice solid structure, and if you can find something soft, even better. If you can go to gym, even better. But now that we're on a little bit higher obstacle, I'm gonna break down a little bit more of the technique. So as you'll see as I'm going through it, when I go into the Kong vault, my arms are in a slightly bent position. I'm gonna launch them into a straight position. This, what it's gonna do is launch my body up into the air. I'm gonna drive my hips up in a tucked position. So it's pretty much like I'm launching myself from the Kong. And then I straighten into that hollow position and finish off with that dive Kong. And usually when I finish off the dive Kong, I try to hit around this area here, like the last little section here. If I'm on a table like this, and excuse the plane, because you want to be far enough to where you can easily take your feet and carry them through. That's another reason why we want that nice angle, because it makes it easier to carry our feet through our hands to land the movement. Okay, I just want to touch on those technique points because that's really important. You know, to help launch, we want to have the arms bent. Really push and launch yourself into that angle and then extend into that hollow position. Okay, so some gradual steps we can use to help with this Kong vault is first, you know, of course, get comfortable with the object, just Konging up and working, lifting those hips up. So you're going here and just landing. Okay, you know, you can Kong up there, you're feeling pretty good. Then what you can do is what I did is do the Kong and lean forward just slightly where I'm kind of landing on my hands and my feet at the same time. So I get a feel for the distance and kind of get a feel for the motion. So here, you can, so I'm not fully committing, you won't be fully committing, but you can just kind of land in the frog stance and you see, okay, my hands, like when I just did there, my hands are landing close to the edge there. That's pretty much enough distance to clear the object. All right, this progression is exactly what we did on the ground, but we're just gonna perform it on an elevated surface. So with this, it's going to require good upper body strength. And I recommend you have this kind of upper body strength anyways if you wanna do the double Kong and do it safely. So we're doing the same thing. So you can just take one step back and just like we did on the ground, go from launch into that double Kong hit. So very simple there. Try to hit those motions where you can go tucked, hollow, then back to tucked, okay? Once you start feeling more comfortable with that, you start to add just a couple more steps, a little more power, a little more speed. So doing the same thing though. All right, once you have the feel for that, then it's time for you to commit to this move, because now you know you have the distance, you know you have the strength, you've developed the technique and the coordination, so you know you have that there. And now it's time to fully commit. And when you fully commit, you gotta go 100% because you really have to drive those hips up and you can't just bail out of it. If you try to bail out of it, the best you can do is go to the side, or here's another way to bail out. You feel like you're not really comfortable with it, pull those feet in and just step off. So if you're here, you know, just pull the feet in and step. Now it takes mobility and good agility, but you need those anyway for parkour. So that's what we're gonna be doing. You're gonna commit now. So you have all the motions, you have everything put together, and then it's time to get your double Kong. So it should look like this. There you have it. The biggest things though, get it comfortable on the ground. Work on those gradual progression steps. Work on a surface that you feel comfortable with. If you need to go to a gym, probably one of the best places you can go to get the double Kong comfortable is performing it in a gym in a soft area and then transferring outside. And then once you master this, work on the gaps, work on the precision with the hands. And a quick little tip for that, if you want to start developing precision with the hands, you can be safe about it and just try to aim the hands to hit a certain area. So if I'm here or if I'm on the ground, I can put tape or I can mark off an area that I want to put my hands on. So let's say I want to go with this banana here, so I want to hit around here and about this heart. And we'll see if I can do it safely. And we'll be able to test it. So you go up. Yes. I was able to do it. It's actually, when you're in the air, it's not too bad. But you can really feel it out and test it safely with this type of setup, especially with the banana. Those are really good to use. I'm kidding. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Practice these. Remember to start off on the ground, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Jonathan, you have anything you want to end off with?
Yep. I'm actually gonna throw in some stuff because let's switch it around so the lighting's not so bad. First of all, if you're working on this move, then you're probably pretty advanced. But if you haven't developed most of your basics, then especially because we have a 5-day free course where we show you how to do the wall run. We talk about one of the best exercises for building strength. We go over the first vault to learn, and then afterwards we kind of go a little bit further once you get done with the 5-day course. So if you haven't checked that out yet, I recommend that you check that out. Also, one of our fans, followers, and a student of ours, his name is Thomas Allen. He created a really cool thing that I want to share with you, and this was a parkour skill tree. So basically, it was what he used to kind of lay out what moves to learn and which ones to learn next. So if you don't know where to start with some of your movements or which moves you should be learning next, like after, so like where you progress with certain vaults and different moves, then I recommend you check out this parkour skill tree that he made and created. I'm gonna put a download link in the description below where you can check that out, and you can download it for free as a complimentary gift from us and Thomas to you. So check that out, and we'll see you in the next video.